while you're settling in your easy seat. Let's see what the cards have for us today. Ooh, okay. So today I have for everyone the Mystic Healer. Can you see that? Yes. Healing energy flows through you. All right, let's move some energy and see where this is going to take us today. So I'm going to, hang on, I'm going to do this. Right, perfect. All right, so we're starting in Sukhasana. Doesn't matter which leg is in front. Just taking a moment here to settle in. And then I'll place my right hand on my heart. Spread my fingers really wide. I'm going to mute everyone. Okay. So the right hand's on the heart, spreading the fingers nice and wide, lots of space. And the left fingertips, they touch down into the earth gently, maybe in front of you, maybe it's also easier to have them next to you. Just find a spot just where they can touch into the earth. And then take a moment and feel the rise and fall under your right hand. On the next exhale, send that exhale deep into the ground. Emptying out all the way and sending the energy down into the ground, really grounding ourselves down, feeling getting really heavy through the sits bones. And then we keep that grounding, and with the inhale, we lift up a little taller, create more space in the spine between the vertebrae, reaching through the crown of the head, and gently tucking the chin so we create some nice length on the neck, back of the neck. And we sit like this for a moment, feeling the breath entering the body, filling up. Maybe it feels good to pause at the top of the inhalation. And slowly and fully exiting, emptying the breath out. Maybe staying empty for a moment at the exhalation. Each exhalation, drawing the attention to grounding ourselves down. With each inhalation, drawing the awareness to rising up a little more out of this grounding, never losing the contact with the earth. And we just take a moment to honor and acknowledge that this practice of yoga that we're about to begin comes from the people of India, their ancestors, and that we as practitioners who borrowed this practice, that we honor this practice, that we honor these people. And take both hands in front of you. Begin to rub your hands. Create some friction, create some energy, create some heat. And then place the hands on your eyes. Tuck the chin. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, side out the mouth. Letting the arms come down alongside the body. And then from here, we're going to begin. Come down all the way onto the bed. Lengthen out all the way along the mat. And once you're down on the floor, here begin to locate your left arm and draw the right hand, the left hand further towards the foot. So the left shoulder moves away from the ear, the left hand reaches down towards the end of the mat. And then you draw that left heel past the right heel, also towards the bottom of the mat. So the left hand, left hip are reaching down, left heel. And then come back to neutral. We do the same thing on the other side. The right hand reaches down towards the bottom of the mat. The right heel draws past the left foot. And back to neutral. And slide the feet into standing and then sort of see if you can find the heels with your fingertips. Now as we inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Lift the hips off the mat. As you exhale, lower the hips, draw the hands back, tuck the knees into the chest. Feet down. Inhale, arms come overhead and the hips lift up. Exhale, drawing the knees into the chest. Keep going here a couple of times. Find your rhythm, follow your breath. We all move a little bit at a different pace. One more time, hugging the knees into the chest, and then one more time coming into that modified bridge with the arms behind, and just staying here for a moment. And then if that feels good, lift the heels off the mat, come onto the toes. And then lowering the heels back down, drawing the arms back down alongside the body. And here we reach the arms up to the ceiling. Then hold on to the opposite elbows. Let the elbows fall to the right and let the knees fall to the left, bringing out the body here. Your gaze can go either side. Just check in with where you want it to be. Inhale, elbows and knees back to center. And then letting it all fall to the other side. One more time each side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, falling. Inhale, center. And exhale, fall. Just notice the sensations. How does it feel in your spine? Maybe your body is like mine and making some noises here. And then let the arms come down alongside the body. We reach for the back of the thighs, lifting the feet. We just begin some spinal rocking back and forth until we eventually rock ourselves all the way up to sitting. And then either roll over your knees or just swing the knees out to the side, coming up into a tabletop position. Here we spread the fingers nice and wide, hands under shoulders, taking a moment to set up the knees under the hips. As we inhale, we send the gaze forward, arching the spine. As we exhale, pushing the earth away, hollowing the belly, tucking the chin. Once more. Inhaling. Next time, exhaling. If you practice with me regularly, you know what's coming. Pressing into the tops of the feet, lifting the shins and knees off the mat. And then lowering back down. Now we keep going here a few times. This is a new movement and may feel pretty strange on the tops of the feet. We're not tucking the toes, and maybe we don't lift as much. Maybe we just lift the knees a little bit. And then finding a neutral table here. So we inhale, we reach the right leg long, press through the heel. Lift it parallel to the floor and then cross that leg behind the left, facing it, the toes on the floor. Bend the elbows, energetically draw the heels of the hands back, lift the fingers, look over your left shoulder. Then look to the front, send the gaze forward. Tuck the left toes under. Inhale here. Exhale. Lifting the left knee off the mat. Lifting the hips up. Lowering back down. Inhale. And exhale, lifting. One more time. And exhale, lifting. And we stay here. Keep lifted. Lift the right leg, lengthen it out all the way behind. The left heel draws heavy towards the earth. And then we bring the right foot around to the side, placing the toes outside the mat down. Inhale, we drop the knees, shift the weight forward, send the gaze forward. Exhale, we shift the hips back and up. Once more, lowering the knees, shifting the weight forward. exhaling, up. One more time, the knees don't touch the floor, they just hover as we shift the weight forward. And exhaling. Inhale, we lift the right leg. Exhale, place the right foot down. Bring the knees back down. Resetting, and then on the next inhalation, the left leg goes long, pressing the left heel back. Inhale, lift it parallel to the floor and cross it behind the right. Placing the toes on the floor. Bend the elbows, draw the heels and the shoulders back. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, send the gaze forward, the right toes are tucked. Exhale, lift the right knees and the hips up and back. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, the hips up and back. One more time, come forward. Hips up and back, we stay up. Inhale, lift the left leg high. The right heel is heavy, draws towards the earth. The triceps wrap towards each other. And then bring the left leg around to the sides, toes down. Inhale, bend the knees, hover them, shift the weight over the hands. Exhale, send the hips back and up, straighten the legs. And keep going here, back and forth like on the other side. Maybe these are moves that are not as usual or not part of our regular practice, and we're just practicing here to get a little bit comfortable with the unknown or with the unusual. And the next time the hips are up, we stay up, we lift the left leg high, and then bring the left foot down. Walk the feet wider to the edges, to the outside edges of the mat here. And then take a moment, press into the fingertips and come onto the fingertips here. So we're in a modified downward facing dog, just on our fingertips. We lower the hands back down, lifting the heels this time, just being on our tippy toes. Come up all the way, shift the weight forward a little bit. So we come up all the way on that big tippy toe. Exhale, sending the heels back down. And then from here, we begin to walk the hands back, bending the legs. So the shin, the thighs are almost parallel to the floor, or sort of parallel. At least they feel parallel. The toes are facing forward. Send the hips back. Fingertips are on the floor. Inhale, send the sternum, the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, hollowing the belly. Inhaling, sending the gaze forward, curling the heart out, and then curling everything in. We keep the bend in the legs. One more time forward, and then we come back to neutral. And we begin to sway from side to side, keeping the bend in the legs, reaching the left arm out to the side, reaching the right arm out to the side. Keep swaying here a little bit, and then find some stillness. Reach through the crown of the head reaches long, the hips reach back. Energy through the fingers, really stretch, spread the fingers wide. There's energy flowing through our arms. And we reach the arms out long to the front and send the hips back a little bit more. The gaze is down, the jaws relax. Maybe we have a little bit of the smile. Maybe there's a little bit of the fire going on in our thighs. Just embrace that fire. And imagine what it's burning away so that some transformation can happen inside and out. And then bring the hands down on the mat, straighten the legs, forward fold. You keep the hands on the mat. Inhale through the nose and then side out. We bend the legs one more time And then here, I just feel a little playful tonight. So we're going to place the hands in front of us. We're just doing little hops to the outside of our hands one more time. Hopping to the front. And we hop back one time. Hands come back. Hopping back all the way to the back of the mat. And one last time, hopping to the front. From here, one more time, straightening the legs, letting the head hang, shaking the head a little bit. Place the fingertips in front, just heel toe the feet together, so we're about hip width distance. And forward, maybe a little bit deeper. Soften the knees, root down firmly through the ground. And as we inhale, we rise and reach the arms up all the way overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Interlace the fingers, reach the pointer fingers up. Shrug the shoulders up by the ears. Inhale, exhale. Let the arms pour down alongside the body. And from here, we take the feet a little bit wider. Interlace the hands, palms facing down. Soften the knees as we inhale. We draw up over to the left. Exhale through the center. Inhale, up to the right. Exhale, center. And then inhale, rising up straight, pressing the palms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And close your eyes for a moment. Bring your feet a little closer. Maybe you feel your heart beating a little faster under your thumb knuckles. Checking in. Feeling the ground under your feet. Once more, that commitment to really grounding down before we always reach up. Inhale, rise the arms up, and then exhale, draw the hands down, the midline folding down. Inhale, we lift halfway. And on the exhale, we step back and find our first high plank of the day. Spread the fingers wide. And then here, we keep the plank. It's just the shoulder blades moving. We draw the shoulder blades together on the back. And on the exhale, we push the earth away, rounding the upper back. So it's a minimal movement, simply on the upper back. Now giving this attention to the tiniest things, the tiniest details. Now, walking by the tiniest flower and noticing how beautiful it is. It can make all the difference in our day. Then we find a neutral position. Inhale, exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet once more, a little bit wider. Inhale, come up onto the toes, and exhale, draw the heels down to the right side. Push into the left hand here. Then from here, we place the right hand a little more in the center of the mat. Bring the left hand to the left hip and cross the right leg over the left leg, shifting the weight towards the hand, reaching the left arm up, and drawing the left arm overhead. You can always kickstand that right leg if you don't want to hold the balance here. It can simply be kickstanded. And inhale, we draw that left arm back up, bring the hand to the hip. Bring the right foot back down, left hand down, wide-legged downward facing dog. Inhale, send the gaze forward between the thumbs. Exhale, hollowing out the belly, tucking the chin. Inhale, we lift onto the toes, and this time exhale, swivel the heels down to the left. Pressing into the right hand, creating space in the right side of the body. Then placing the left hand to the center of the mat. Right hand comes onto the right hip. And this time the left leg crosses over the right, shifting the weight a little more forward, reaching the right arm up. And then drawing it along to the front. Triceps over the ear. Reach the right arm up. Bring the right hand to the right hip, uncross, place the right hand down, Downward facing dog. And you bring the knees down for a moment. Sink back onto the heels, but keep the toes tucked in and walk the fingers, walk the hands forward. Come onto the fingertips. So the heels of the hands are off the mat. We have long arms, energetic arms here. Breathing in and out. And from here, shifting the weight back forward. We inhale, we lift the knees, we hover. Shift the weight forward. Keeping the knees hovering, shift the weight back, knees stay low, hips towards the heels. In slow motion, coming back forward. And back to the heels. And maybe some sweat is starting to build. Getting some energy moving. Knowing the energy we move in our body also moves the energy in our mind. And then hovering the weight over the shoulders forward. And then from here, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts high. And on the exhale, we draw the knee into the nose. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, sending it high. Exhale, knee to nose, and then this time we step that foot through all the way between the hands. Place the left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, reach the right arm high. You can reach through the fingertips here, and then draw that right arm back to the back behind you. Inhale, draw the arm up and to the front, straighten the front leg. Right hand touches the left thigh. Inhale, bend the front knee, reach the arm up and back. And exhale, bring it to the front, straighten. Hand to the left thigh. Reaching it up. And then draw that hand back behind you a little bit. Opening that right shoulder, keeping the arm up. Inhale. On the exhale, draw that right hand, hugging your left rib cage, looking under that left armpit. And then one more time, opening it out and wide. And exhale, bring the hand down next to the foot. Stepping the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg long. Exhale, bring the left knee to the nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale, we send it long. And exhale, knee to nose. And just please know, you can always just skip these all together. Just hang out in downward facing dog, find a child's pose. It's your Friday evening. Our weeks or days have not been the same. So you might have a different energy level at this point. Step the foot through between the hands. Right hand comes down to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, reach the left arm higher. You reach for the ceiling here, strong through that back leg. And then draw the left hand back behind. Inhale, draw it up to the front, straighten the left leg. And touch the right thigh with your left hand. The arm comes forward, we sink into that front knee, draw the arm up and back. And exhale, straightening. One more time. And this time we keep the left arm reaching for the ceiling and then draw that shoulder back a little bit. Inhaling. On the exhale, we thread that left hand under the right armpit, hugging the right rib cage. Inhale, reaching up one more time. Exhale, hand to the mat, stepping back, high plank. Draw the right knee to the right elbow. Step the foot back. Draw the left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Stepping the foot back. And then here, your choice, you can lower the knees, shift the weight forward, keep the core engaged, and then hug the elbows into the side. Do not let the elbows come past the ribcage. Lower the chin and the chest to the floor. And then on the inhale, sliding through, lifting up. Mini cobra, draw the shoulders back, draw the elbows back. Reach a little higher. Gentle tuck of the chin so the neck is long. We're not overarching the neck. A little higher. Exhale, lower down all the way, forehead to the mat. Reach the arms out long. Rest into the floor for one inhale and one exhale. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. And then from here, your choice. You can come through table or through reverse plank with an engaged core back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches high. Exhale, draw the left knee to the left shoulder. Inhale, reach the leg higher, and on the exhale, draw the left knee to the opposite elbow. Once more, reach it high. This time, we step it through between the hands. And then here, heel toe, that left foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Spin the right heel down. So the right toes are slightly facing forward and out to the side. And before we come up, we draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. So that gives us a firm connection, a firm sensation in the core and in the thighs. And it gives us an integrity though, so that from here we can rise up, reach the arms up without hurting our low back. We lift a little taller, we create more space in the ribcage. You can even take your fingers, find the bottom ribs with your thumbs and find the hip bones with your ring finger and your middle finger and spread that space a little bit wider, giving yourself a nice self-assist here. Reach the arms up on the inhale, sink a little more into that front knee, and then at the same time press a little more through the outer edge of the back. And here, bring the arms forward. We cross the left arm over the right and finding eagle arms here. If eagle arms is not your choice, you can also simply hug for your shoulders. Keep not forgetting about the hips, drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, sending the elbows up and back a little. On the exhale, we fold into the inside of that left knee. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, folding down here. Once more, inhale, rising up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, we come up and we shift the weight forward into the left leg, wrapping the right leg around and find eagle legs. Maybe you're wrapping all the way, maybe your right toes are kickstanding on the floor, or maybe they are just hanging. So either way, we lower down, sink a little deeper, but keep drawing the elbows away from your body. We unwrap, bring the hands to the hips, stepping the right foot back into Virabhadrasana one more time. Reach the arms forward. The left hand comes to the low back and the right arm reaches across. The left leg sliding the arm down, drawing that left shoulder open towards the ceiling. Beginning a twist here, then bend the right arm, bring the hand into the sternum, and then the left hand meets. So we have a Virabhadrasana one twist. If this is too much on your right leg, you can always just turn and swivel the foot so you lift the heel off the mat. Breathing slowly. Rising up one more time, reaching the arms overhead. And then exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat, stepping back, finding downward facing dog. Staying here for a moment, inhaling. And out the mouth. This time we inhale, we lift the right leg high. On the exhale, we draw the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, reach the leg long. And exhale, cross the body, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, into the chest and then stepping through. And heel toeing that right foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Spinning that left heel down, and then here once more, keeping your fingertips on the ground. Draw the right hip back, draw the left hip forward, but simultaneously press the outer edge of the left foot into the mat to find this firm supported stance. From here, we rise up, and we reach the arms long. And we bring the arms forward. And this time the right arm crosses over the legs, and then either eagle arms or hugging shoulders. Reconnecting, sinking a little deeper in the front knee. Inhale, draw the elbows away and up. Sending the gaze out. Exhale, falling to the inside of the right knee. Inhale, drawing up, keeping the isometrical pull of the hips. And engagement in the core. Always knowing, always moving from that foundation. On the mat, off the mat. Inhale, rise up and shift the weight into the right leg. And cross the left leg over, finding your variation of eagle legs. Maybe kickstanding, maybe wrapping. Or maybe you have a block underneath. And then maybe if you like, you can sink a little deeper. Draw the elbows away. Unwrapping the arms, opening the arms wide, bringing the left foot back, Virabhadrasana 1, taking a moment to readjust the hips, facing forward. Reach the arms forward. Right hand comes to the low back. Left hand crosses the body, past the outside of the right leg, bending the left arm. And bringing the right arm to touch. The right shoulder draws open to the ceiling. Finding the twist here. Create some length. Reach long through the crown of the head. Reach back through your back heel. Your tailbones reaching back. Sending the breath along the spine of the body. And slowly untwisting, reaching the arms high. Exhaling, hands to the mat. We step back, finding high plank. And then lower the hips down and just sink back for a child's pose here for a moment. And find your variation of child's pose, maybe wide-legged, maybe knees together. Maybe you like to bring the arms around, giving your feet a little bit of the massage that have been doing a bit of work. And reconnecting to your center, to your heart. Feeling the connection between the floor and your third eye center. What is your intuition tonight? What is your intuition right now, in this moment? And come back, reaching the arms forward, coming into table. Tuck the toes. Let's find high plank here. Then we bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Come onto the outer edge of the right foot, finding a side plank, and then by all means you can step that left foot forward Yeah, that's a nice variation of side plank. You can keep both legs long. You can draw the left arm overhead. You can lift the left leg, finding 3 legs here, lifting it all the way, just all sorts of variations to play with. Bringing the hand down, back to plank, and then we switch sides. We bring the left hand to the center of the mat, roll to the other edge of the left foot. Reach the arm high, find your foot placement. Maybe reach the arm forward. Maybe lifting the top leg. Unclench the jaw. I'm a jaw clencher. If you're like me, maybe you can do some twists with your right wrist here. Loosen up things in the body a little bit. And then bringing the right hand down, stepping back to high plank, and then your choice of lowering down through high plank or knees, chest, chin, holding here for a moment before we release all the way to the ground. And the arms come long alongside the body, palms down. And inhale, press the hands into the mat and just lift the upper body. Lift a little higher, and then a slight tap of the chin, so we're not overarching the neck. And from here, lift the legs if you like. And then lift the arms as well, reaching back with the fingertips. And then lowering back down. Now bring the forearms onto the mat. We press into the hands. Forearms are parallel. Inhale, lift up, draw the elbows back. Draw the heels of the hands back, lift the fingertips. Finding Sphinx pose. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And then you can stay here, or you can place the hands down, press into the hands, straightening the arms and finding seal. It just depends how much space we have in our back. And it can vary from day to day. It varies from body to body. And then coming back down through Sphinx. Lowering the forehead to the ground. Hands under the shoulders, tap the toes, and then find your way back to downward facing dog. Once we're here, we take an inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, we sink the heels a little heavier to the ground, wrapping the triceps towards the earth. Inhale, the right leg lifts. On the exhale, we step it through between the hands. And we bring the right hand to the inside, and we thread that right shoulder under the right knee, bringing the right hand around. Your hand can be on the mat. Both hands framing the foot. You can wrap the wrist, interlace your hands, interlace your hands around the right ankle. Sink a little deeper into that front knee. And then on the exhale, send the hips up a little bit, hollow the belly and looking to your back leg. You can stay here, or you can play with finding a half bind and maybe finding a full bind around that right hip. That's a little bit of a balancing, as well as some strength. We need some grace, we need some softness. And then bringing that hand back around. Inhale, lifting the right leg up. And then sending it down. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, heels heavy to the floor. Inhale, lift the left leg. And on the exhale, we step it through between the hands. And then the same thing. We tuck that left shoulder under the left knee. Reach around either on the mat or for the right ankle. Interlacing hands around the ankle. Sink a little deeper into that front knee, and the back leg is really strong. Push the heel back. And then from here, send the hips up slightly, looking back at that right foot. And stay here, or once more, maybe a half bind, or maybe even a full bind around that left hip. Finding our breath. And then releasing the hands to the mat, stepping that foot back, downward facing dog. And from here we inhale, we send the right leg high. And then we bend the knee and draw that right hip open, drawing the right heel towards the left. And from here, you can stay here, or if you like to flip your dog, bring that right foot down behind, flipping around, straightening the left leg, reaching the right arm up. Maybe you give yourself some support with that right hand on the back of the right head. Sending the breath up and down the front side of the body. And then we slowly come back around, right hand comes down. And then we bring that right leg through in front of the left leg, over to the left. And open the left arm up to the ceiling, finding fallen triangle. Bring the left hand down. Reach the right leg high. And then bring it down. Resetting in downward facing dog. Wrapping the triceps towards each other. And inhale, we lift the left leg. Send it long, then bend at the knee. Draw the left hip open, draw the left heel towards the back. And then from here, if you like to flip, begin to peel that left hand off the mat, step the left foot down, lengthen the right, reaching the left arm back and down. Really reach through the fingertips, looking back, and then taking in your room wherever you are in a different perspective. Maybe supporting the neck here. Unclenching teeth. And then slowly coming back. Left hand down, keeping the left leg lifted. And then step it through in front of the right leg, over to the right side, peeling the right arm up, fallen triangle. And exhale, bring the hand down. Downward facing dog. And you can take a pause in child's pose, or come forward into high plank. Lowering down halfway, hovering and holding. Lowering down all the way. If you're with me, you like to take a boat pose. Bend your legs, reach with your hand for your feet. Then as you inhale, lift the knees, lift the upper body, press the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet. Maybe come a little higher. And the in-breath and the out-breath sends you rocking a little bit here. And then slowly relaxing, making a pillow with your hands, and then just rest one cheek on your hands. Bring the feet up, and then just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And switch sides on the cheek, rest the other cheek down. And then bring the feet back down, hands under the shoulders. And coming up your way into downward facing dog. And then we walk the feet to the center of the mat. Hands hang here. Knees are bent. From here, we're going to bring the hands behind, cross them, and bring the right fingers around the left chin and the left fingers around the right chin. Sink a little deeper. Just tugging in. And letting the arms unthread and reaching the arms back behind. Keep the bend in the knees. And then rise up, finding a chair pose. Sukhasana. Maybe your chair is up here, maybe it's a little deeper. Then turn the palms facing the earth. Inhale, look up. Exhale, draw the arms down and back. Inhale, rise them up. And exhale, down and back. Inhale, we rise up all the way. Exhale, we bring the hands to the feet. Closing the eyes. Listening to the heartbeat. Here we step the feet a little bit wider. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. Toes slightly facing outward. We reach the arms up high. As we exhale, we draw the hands down the midline and we slowly sink down into Malasana, garland pose or squat. And then here there are many options. Maybe you're sitting on a stack of books or on blocks. Maybe your heels are lifted. Maybe you tuck towels on your heels. Wherever we are, palms come to touch and we lift up a little bit with the upper body. Keeping the seat low, but lifting a little taller, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And then the right fingertips come down on the floor. Reach the left arm high. You can stay here, maybe finding a half bind or a full bind is in your practice. To center. And then the left fingertips come down. Reach a little past that knee. Reaching the right arm up. Diagonal. And then your choice of finding full binds or half binds. Or just opening the arms. And come back around to center. Bring the hands together. Close the eyes. Relax a little bit more in the hips here. Directing that exhale to the hips, finding some softness. And finding the floor behind you with your fingertips, sending the hips down, and then we straighten the legs out and head them nice and wide. Pressing into the fingertips, lifting the seat up here for a moment. Reaching the heart forward, and then let the seat sink down, but keep the length in the spine. And then we slide that right hand along the inside of that right leg towards the right foot. The left hand is behind. We reach, maybe we reach the inside of the right heel, maybe we don't, it doesn't really matter. But draw that left shoulder up and open to the ceiling. You can keep a half bind here with your left hand, or you can reach the arm up and overhead, drawing it towards the right toes, sorry. But it's ideally we're not collapsing towards the floor, but we're keeping the shoulder nice and up. And then we come back up. We switch sides. So bring that right hand behind on the low back or on the floor. And then we slide that left hand along the inside of the left leg. Reaching for the left heel. Drawing that right shoulder open. Staying here, or maybe reaching the arm up and overhead. And rising back up. Sitting tall for a moment, close the eyes. And with the eyes closed, your fingertips find the floor. And then begin with a long back. Begin to walk your fingertips forward. Keep the eyes closed. Flexing the feet. Drawing the heels in the earth. The goal is not to come close all the way to the floor. The goal is to stay really, really long in the spine. Root the hips down and draw the tailbone back. And then push the heels forward. Reaching through the fingertips. The arms are really nice and energized and engaged. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. And slowly walk the fingertips back. Rising back up. We draw the feet together. Knees are up. And then here, take your toes with your right hand. Just hug your toes with your right hand. And then place the thumb, the left thumb, into that left hip crease. We inhale, we lift up. And then we lean over to the right a little bit, pressing the left hip gently down, rotating the left shoulder back. The neck is really nice and relaxed. Maybe you want to turn your gaze down over to the right. Just check in. What does your neck need right now? Where does it need to be? And then come back up to the center. And then switching hands. So the left hand hold the left toes or both toes. Right hand comes into the right hip crease. Press the right hip down. Lift a little taller. Inhale. And then on the exhale, lean over to the left. Pressing that right hip down. And the gaze can be up, the right shoulder draws back, or the gaze can actually be over to the left, looking down. And then coming back up to center, hands onto the shins, and just pull yourself up and long for a moment. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Feel the length in the spine. And the back of the neck. And then locate your tailbone. Begin drawing your inhalation in through the tailbone. Send the breath up all the way along the spine. Grow a little taller to the crown of the head. Stay tall. Exhale. Send the breath back along the back body to the tailbone. One more time. Sending it up on the inhalation, growing taller, and sending it back down on the exhalation. And then we place the hands back behind, reaching for the back of the thighs, and then slowly, slowly, slowly roll yourself down onto the mat. And keep your feet placed on the floor. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then from here, press into the right foot, press into your hands, and lift the hips off the mat. Draw that left heel towards the floor a little bit more. And that right hip may slightly reach towards the ceiling. Flexing the left foot. Keep breathing. And then lower the hips down. Uncross that leg, place the left foot down. And wiggle your legs for a moment and then cross the right ankle over the left knee. Press into the left foot, press into the hands. Lifting the hips high. Draw the right heel, the right knee towards the floor. The left hip slightly draws towards the ceiling. Keep the chest lifted, flex the right foot. Keep breathing. Inhale, turn to center, place the right foot down. Hold your bridge just a little bit more, but just keep it easy here, okay? Just hold it. It doesn't need to be super high, but engage the core so we don't hollow out here through the back. And then gently, gently, vertebra by vertebra, lowering down. Hugging the knees into the chest. Massaging, rolling from side to side. You can find a happy baby here. Playing a little bit if you like, a more active happy baby. One last hip opener. Reach around the outer edges of the feet, for the soles of the feet. Open the knees a little wider and then press the hands into the feet and the feet into the hands. And that gives you a nice traction, a little bit of a last hip opener, active happy baby. And release when you're ready to release. And then send yourself long all the way down onto your mat. Take a moment to set up what you need to set up for your final resting, for your Shavasana. Maybe you have something under your knees. Maybe cover your eyes a little bit. And then notice all the points where your body touches the ground. And sink in a little deeper into the ground. That notion of surrendering, willful surrender, just sinking in deeper. Relax your face, the muscles around the eyes, the jaw. The shoulders draw away from the ears. The entire body gets heavy. You just sink into the earth. Your head is the heaviest of all of it. Rest in until I bring you back to the sound of the singing bowl. Draw your breath in a little bit deeper, bring some movement back into the body, gently roll the head from side to side. And then stretch yourself, really long arms overhead. And roll over, right side, left side, whichever is your favorite side. Roll over onto the side, just stay there for a moment, cradling your head and your elbows. Just this pause before returning, before keeping moving in mind and body. You may have ideas about how others see you, but you are not defined by their perceptions. You are not an object under someone else's magnifying glass, whose only purpose is to be observed. You are a living, breathing human being with a beautiful soul that is on a hope-anchored journey of learning what it means to be whole. And come back up all the way to seat, Sukhasana as we begin. You can keep the eyes closed, fan the right fingers over the heart and touch in with the left hand into the earth. Breathing into your right hand, into the heart space. And exhaling out through the left fingertips, connecting through this touch with everyone who's in the practice, with everyone in your life and beyond. And bring the hands together at the heart. Draw them up to the third eye center, reminding us of connection with everyone in our mind. Down to the lips, reminding us of how we can create connection through our words. And back to the heart, reminding us of how we can create connection with all of our actions. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, love, light. Wishing you a beautiful Friday evening, a beautiful weekend ahead. And thank you so much for coming. I'll turn the recording off. And if you like to chat or have questions or comments, all right, the recording is